Joining us with inspiration for a dated living room refresh is Kimberley Seldon. Kimberley, tell us about your condo makeover. Why are you changing things up? And how can we get a realistic update on a budget?
So many questions from you this morning, Miss T. Those are very good questions. I'm changing it up because it's 2022 and it's been like this for more than 12 years, and I love the black. I'm not sick of the condo being all black. I love that, but I was really getting tired of the turquoise and the red because there was a lot of it. So I had a turquoise sofa, if you recall, red pillows, a red daybed. It was very bold, but it is kind of time for a change. And in terms of a realistic budget, I mean, ask a designer, what's realistic? If you want to do a makeover like I did, it means you've got to keep some of the things you already own. So for example, I kept the turquoise sofa, but we recovered it in an oatmeal color. So that's the same. I've got these two antique chairs right here, which were the first chairs I ever purchased when we got married back in 1987, and they're even older than that. The coffee table, also our very first coffee table when we got married, so I kept that. I kept the draperies, but then I opted for a new sofa. So this sofa, all sexy curves, right? It's kind of like the decorating equivalent of a red Ferrari, so I think it's like my midlife crisis if I'm going to live to be 100 and a lot, is what I think.
Listen, you were brave. It was sexy then, it is sexy now. And to me, the sexiness of your condo was always the darkness, the black. So did you decide to keep most of it like the black and white, that contrast?
You know, it's funny. My intention was all black and white because I love that look and it's very dramatic and it's very formal. But then I decided I was going to go shopping for area carpets. And that's where things took a funny little twist. Now, one thing I will say, an advantage of a brick and mortar store, especially for something expensive like an area carpet, and you asked about a realistic budget, draperies and window coverings and area carpets are two of the most expensive things. So keeping everything else and just changing one of those items is still a bit of an investment. But a brick and mortar store will allow you to take the carpets home and try them out. So we did that. This carpet, the pink, it was a wild card. I had no intention of going for a pink carpet. So that was the first one we tried. It's a little bit too small, but the colors were a lot of fun. The second carpet was the right size, but it just felt a little bit blah. The last two carpets both had lots of green and yellow, which I really like. But somehow it felt like been there, done that. I don't know how to explain it. So weirdly, I decided to go for the bright pink carpet. Now, again, this is a little bit too small, so we're going to order the next size up. But I wanted to show you, give you a sneak peek of what it's going to look like. And I think it turned out okay.
Oh my gosh, it turned out more than okay. It lifts it up a little bit and lightens it up a little bit, which I like. So for you, Kimberley, do you often start your decor from the carpet up? Is that usually where you start?
You know what? We always tell our clients, start with the most expensive things, because the point of everything else then is to make the expensive thing look like it was meant to be there and it looks great. So start with the draperies or start with an area carpet and work from there. And then once I knew I was going to have this great pink color, I went out and I bought myself a pink pillow, which, you know, I've always wanted to do but never had. A little like stand-in for a dog, this fuzzy pillow here, and a flower pillow. So I just decided it would be like I could just cut loose a little.
I love that you started with the carpet. It's the most expensive piece. It makes sense. What did that look like in your living room makeover?
Well, it's funny, you know, previously I had a solid turquoise carpet, which is beautiful. And that was a big investment too, so I didn't want to get rid of it. So now that's working for us in the master bedroom. So it looks great there. Happy to have that. And then keeping all these things, I just added, for example, on what's now an oatmeal colored sofa instead of turquoise, I've got one long lumbar pillow. So I'm kind of experimenting with not always having so many pillows, just a little less stuff to take care of, if you know what I mean. A little, just a little bit more freedom, I guess, is what we're all looking for.
Now, before you had, yes, we want freedom. Before you also had a bench, but you've got new chairs in there now. Why'd you switch those?
It's so funny. So that bench that was there is great. If you're having a big party, 30 people over, some people are facing that way, some people facing this way, it worked really perfectly. Who's having parties with 30 or 40 people? It's been a while, so I've forgotten how to do it. So instead, I thought, I really just want my friends to come over, and can we just talk?
Yeah.
So I moved the 2 armchairs there, and then got some swivel chairs, which I thought was a really good idea until my husband, I found out he's a spinner. He's a spinner. So he comes home, and I'm trying to talk to him, and he's doing this the whole time. So I don't know if I can recommend a swivel chair.
Oh, Bob. He's a swiveler. Who knew?
Bob.
Come on.
Poor Bob.
Poor Bob. I love Bob. Listen, Kimberly, thank you so much for letting into your space. I love it. And stay tuned, everyone. She's going to be back later with advice on choosing the perfect carpet. This woman knows her carpets. In the meantime, we're going to go to break. Lots more Cityline still ahead. Stay with us.